Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Sam Darnold and the Brooklyn Barons versus Matt Ryan and the Orlando Sentinels.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Sentinels and the Brooklyn Barons. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. On the return, it's Washington. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
I remember talking with a scout about him, and he said, you know, I love the fact that he was a high school basketball player. He does so many things with his legs to keep plays alive. But he did the same thing as a basketball player, kind of a point guard, knows where the ball's supposed to go, and knows how to deliver it to the open man.
Now it's Darnold. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. First 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled it with the inside run.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Preston Smith there on the stop.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Darnold to throw again, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
Again, Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it is caught. How about that? He wielded it one-handed for a touchdown. start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
7, Sentinels, nothing.
Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out of the draft, he was the number 3 pick overall. There were plenty of doubters out there about whether he should have gone in that slot. I don't think you can find any of those doubters now. One of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He completes this one to Mack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
on 3rd and 1, Ryan. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
40-yard line.
Throwing again. Ryan. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Sentinels.
Throwing again, Ryan. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Again, Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
First and 10. At their own
back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
On second down and 4, Darnold, a slant to Jones. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Marvin Jones, 82 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way down to the 26.
Complete.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
First down.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely. And when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
To Allen Robinson.
11 yards on the pickup there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Sentinels, nothing.
is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will take it in for the touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And that one makes it 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
Barons 14, Sentinels 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. On the return, it's Washington. Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Aguilar has it. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the run, it's Kelly. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
Darnold from the gun. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To Trey Burton. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Darnold on 3rd down. And fires one, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7.
17. Sentinels 7.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And 10 at their own.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. the shotgun. Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
Complete.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for this with Mack.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier. Taken down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan got his man complete over the middle. That's Stanley. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. And it's caught. Touchdown. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
Sentinels 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. On the return, it's Washington. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, see, they're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here.
Complete to Joshua Kelly. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A give. This is Kelly. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Orlando takes back over on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
To throw again, Ryan.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Robinson, incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 22 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And his guys have taken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. That time a 6-play drive.
Sentinels 21, Barons 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, it's Washington.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
He's going to dump this one down to Kelly. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A final shot before the break. Darnold is going to float this over the middle, deep. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down and 10. At their own 25.
It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan, and this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down and 4.
Darnold now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Throwing far off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Darnold. Caught on the right side by Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the 50, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan over the middle, complete. That's more.
Ryan's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They go play action now. Ryan. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. Yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20.
Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start on the ground with Kelly, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Derek Brown gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll run the screen with Mack. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Again, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, but 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Darnold on 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On 1st and 10, Darnold. This throw is going to be incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Darnold to throw again. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Hey. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Again, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Darnold. This one into the hands of Burton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. To the air again, Darnold. That's caught by Keller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's It's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys are going to retake the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
Sentinels 21.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a dump off here complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan, open man is Higbee, the tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They call his number again. It's It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Darnold. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
We hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So Matt Ryan of the offense. Down 24-21. A minute 46 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47.
Complete to David Moore.
A big play there. 49 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
Here's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stanley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Ryan will throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
3rd.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
I can hear you.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime.
1-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
4-24.
So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it will continue in the extra period.
Will take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, 2nd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Brings up second.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Orlando.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Stanley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down.
Sentinels.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Mack, the ball carrier.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the gun, Ryan. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's Clement. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Looking to run with Mack. And he is in for the score. And it's absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. To see it, making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.